Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Whispering Willow Oracle. Today I'm going to be looking at your current energies, so what's going on in your recent past, present, and future. We are going to be using tarot and oracle cards today. These messages are timeless, so please take them, whenever they come across your page or whenever you come across the video, there could be something here for you. And remember to always only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so right off the bat, we have 10 of Pentacles. So this is talking about your money, your fortune, your abundance here. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So there could be something going on here about how you perceive yourself, as not as abundant as you would like to be. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not abundant, but there's something going on here with the way that you're perceiving money, perceiving yourself, the way that you think others might be perceiving you. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands here. Okay, I think this may be about you trying to find something that is inspiring to you, trying to find maybe a career choice here or a creative project. I just saw the 10 of Cups on the bottom, so I do get that this is a very fortunate reading. It's a reading about your abundance, but it might have to do with changing your perspective on what you think abundance should look like for you, or about what you think abundance should look like for people in general. I am just getting that you are a very fortunate person, you're a very abundant person, but that, you may have had, growing up, you may have had certain ideas about what abundance is or what success looks like, and that could be just from how you've been influenced with, by your family or by social media or by traditional media. And you're kind of changing that up here, because I see that you've had a lot of non-traditional success, and you don't need to wait for anyone else to give you congratulations. You can congratulate yourself here, because I'm seeing that you're extremely successful, you're extremely creative, you're an amazing partner, you're an amazing business owner, you're, an entrepreneur. I'm definitely getting huge entrepreneur vibes, and I think that maybe a project you started, it has been successful, but your perception of it is that it hasn't been. And I think here is that you need to step away from it. You need to take a break, and you need to meditate. You need to take a vacation. You need to reevaluate some things. Maybe get off of social media. I'm getting a message here that you need to get off of social media for a couple of days, maybe a few weeks here, 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 weeks. Do a social media detox, because I think that seeing images of kind of, the lives that people portray on social media are not real. Like, it's a part of their real life, but it's also very highly edited in most cases, and people sacrifice a lot to have the things that looks like we all want, like traveling, or the bodies and the implants and the the stuff that people do to themselves. It's just it's just this constant clinging to superficiality, to falsehoods, to things that aren't actually real, and to things that won't bring you any true happiness. It might bring you a superficial happiness, it might bring you a brief happiness or false hope here, but I'm just seeing that if you strive after those things, if you do eventually get them, you'll realize that they were never for you and that they actually don't make you happy. So I'm seeing here that you need to take a break from social media or from comparing yourself to other people, and start appreciating what you have, and appreciating your abilities, your unique abilities here, because I'm getting that you're a very unique person. You might be an artist or an entrepreneur, or just someone who has a lot of interesting ideas, and you need to be thankful for that and really lean into that. Don't lean into what everyone else is doing. Don't lean into what you think everyone else has to say or do about your stuff. It's just, yeah. really focusing on your labor, making sure that you're getting compensated for your labor. I think here it's been a hard fought battle. I think you've worked really, really hard to get to the success that you have here. We do have the Sun card on the bottom of the deck. So I'm just seeing that you're going from this Ten of Swords burden, like, you know, self-sacrificing, sacrificing everything to have this success here. But it feels like something about it doesn't feel like enough to you. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, you're perfectly compensated or that you're asking for too much. That's not true. And if you're not being compensated for your work or for your creativity, you should, you know, definitely look into going elsewhere or to charging more for your services. But I'm seeing here, it's just more of you changing your perspective on what success actually is, what it looks like for you, and also kind of appreciating how far you've come and reevaluating all of your work, reevaluating everything you've done over the past like 5-10 years. Like, where were you 10 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago? And look at where you are now. And understand that not everyone's journey, not everyone's path looks the same. In fact, almost never do they look the same. And you're on your own unique path here, and you're independent. You're, you know, this could be for anyone. It doesn't have to be a man or woman, but I am getting like a very like a woman who or a person who is in their divine feminine, but has also had to be the masculine too. And I'm getting that you're a little bit tired here. So it could also be that you're seeking out love, or seeking out a relationship here, that you're waiting to come in, and that hasn't happened yet. But I am getting that, you know, that could also be another reason why you're kind of feeling like, even though you've had all this success, that you're still lacking something. It's like all of this independence was great, but it kind of, yeah, dark thoughts. You're definitely having some dark thoughts here about what you feel like you've sacrificed or missed out on in order to have the success that you do have. So let me get some cards here about the future. Decrease, so you're going to be resting a lot more, and during this rest you're going to be making some self-discovery, and you're going to be changing up your plans here. So during this resting period, during this period of maybe working a little bit less, taking on fewer projects, or you know, doing less, feeling like you're successful even if you're not working 7 days a week. Like, it's okay to work 6 days, 5 days, 4 days. If you can do that financially, it's okay to decrease what you're doing here so that you can rest and recharge and come back stronger after you've done some self-reflection and really discovered what it is that you want next in your life. What is it that you're going to work on? Are you going to work on yourself so that you're ready for a relationship, so that you're ready for when love enters into your life? Are you going to seek out that love? I'm getting house, so you may actually be taking time off here to pack up, relocate, buy a new home. Maybe you're not really relocating, but you're moving from temporary, like a kind of rental apartment situation, to more permanent status, like a house, renting a house, buying a house, or just buying land, figuring out where it is that you want to be. Or it could just be building a family. Cunning and stealth here. So what is that? What is that? Control and change. So I think maybe this is more about you fooling yourself. You know, coming in with these thoughts of like what it is that you thought you wanted, and now you feel like you've missed out on what it is that you actually wanted, which is totally different than what it was at the beginning, if that makes sense. But you could have never known in the beginning that you did or did not want something if you'd never had it, right? Like, you thought like, okay, this thing up in the distance here, like having lots of money and being you know, single, like successful woman, that's what I want. And maybe it was what you wanted, and it's what you got, but you realize that you want more, or you want something different. But you never would have known that if you hadn't gone through this and gotten to where you were, to realize that this is great, but it's not everything. it's not everything that I've always wanted. And I think you're coming into realization that there are other things you want in life that you haven't striven for yet. But the only thing you need to remember is how successful you've been in the past. And that's the greatest indicator of how successful you'll be in the future with your other endeavors here and with your other, goals that you're trying to achieve. I think you're going to be extremely successful. You just need to change that mindset into, getting rid of these dark thoughts, getting into realizing how special you are and how much potential you have, and that you can literally do anything that you want because you've proven that to yourself before. And just because the prize that you got at the end of the road wasn't exactly what you wanted, that's okay. You got it, you succeeded, move on to the next thing and strive for the next thing. And after all of this striving and after all of this moving forward, this is also a spiritual journey. You may come to realize that physical and material possessions and attachments are not what you're actually going to be happy with ultimately. But that's a whole other story here. We don't have to be these like spiritual beings that neglect all of the physical aspects of life and say that we don't want money or fame or fortune or house or family or whatever, and that you reject all of that because you're spiritual. I don't believe that, but I do believe that spirituality and certain spiritual teachings allow us to realize that our happiness, our soul's purpose, our soul's joy and divinity does not rely on anything that we can achieve or do in this life. We simply have achieved by existing and nothing more. If you want to strive for more in this life, to be more, to do more, to have more, I think that that's also noble as well, as long as, of course, it's not causing damage to other people and beings, which I think, no matter what we do, whether we walk down the road, drive down the road, whether we are volunteers or whether we're criminals, we're always going to be having effects on people around us, the ecosystem around us, the community around us. So it's just to remember that no matter what, even by existing, you are having an impact on those around you. And I think I think the reason why I'm kind of like rambling on about some philosophical thoughts is because maybe this is where you're going. This is kind of what you need here into the future. You need to have a lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to go back and reevaluate everything. And it's not a bad thing here, just preparing you for that. Okay, I'm going to leave the message here. I hope that resonated for somebody. I'm wishing you the best of luck on your endeavors and everything in the future. Take care. Bye.